This is the story of the five poachers. The first chapter is titled The Story of the Five Poachers. Once upon a time, five men lived in a little village on the outskirts of a great forest, famed across the nation for their bravery and hunting skills. Their names were Abdul, Bakari, Chike, Dumi, and Ekene. They were not ordinary hunters. Rather, they specialized in hunting the forest's most feared and adored creature, which is the lion. The forest was a place of intrigue and peril, with trees whispering ancient secrets and shadows appearing to move on their own. However, it was also a source of massive fortune for those who were daring enough to claim it. The lions that roamed the forest were magnificent and powerful, with their teeth, skin, and fangs highly valued. Traders from all over flocked the village to buy this product, paying a high price for each. However, hunting lions was illegal. The king had mandated it, recognizing the critical role this majestic beast performs in maintaining the balance of the forest ecology. Despite this, the attraction of fortune proved too powerful for the five guys to resist. They delved into the bush, creating traps and pursuing their victims with brutal efficiency that earned them equal parts, dread and respect. The next chapter is titled The Pact of Silence. The five hunters maintained a rigorous code of silence. They trusted no one and distributed their loot equally. Abdul, the leader, was a master strategist who devised their hunting plans. Bakari, the tracker, could read the forest like a book and always knew where to find the lions. Chike, the strong man, handled the heavy liftings and traps. Dumi, the craftsman, skinned and prepared the lion hides with expert precision, and Ekene, the negotiator, sold their illicit goods to the highest bidder. Their success resulted in lots of fortune, but also in rising arrogance. They believed they were untouchable, smarter than the king's guards, and stronger than the forest spirits. However, their acts did not go undetected. The villagers talked about their exploits, and the woodland creatures looked warily. The first warning, which is the title of the next chapter. One fateful day, as the hunters convened in their hidden lair to prepare their next hunt, something odd occurred. A crow, black as night and with eyes that appeared to pierce into their own souls, perched on a nearby branch and called loudly. It was an ominous sound that sent chills down the men's spines. "Begone, foul bird!" Abdul yelled, tossing a stone at it. However, the crow did not move. Instead, it called again, louder this time, and flew deeper into the jungle. "What was that about?" Dumi inquired, his voice tinged with apprehension. "Just a bird," Chike said dismissively. "Let's focus on the plan." But the crow's presence had unsettled them all, though no one admitted it. That night, each man experienced odd dreams. They had dreams about lions, not as prey, but as powerful beings, with luminous eyes watching their every move. The forest itself appeared to voice warnings, but the men were too blinded by greed to hear them. The next chapter is titled The Curse of the Forest. As they prepared for their next hunt, a sense of dread persisted in the air. They went farther into the forest than ever before, following Bakari's lead to a location where a pride of lions was said to live. The hunt began as usual, but there was a difference this time. The woodland was usually still, and the air seemed thick with an invincible presence. As they approached the lion's den, a deep rumbling growl reverberated through the treetops. The ground trembled, and the hunters were overcome with panic beyond anything they had ever felt before. Out of the shadows sprang the largest lion they had ever seen. Its mane was thick and dark. Its eyes shone with an otherworldly brightness, and its fangs shined like polished ivory. Abdul lifted his spear to throw, but the lion spoke first. "You have hunted my kin, stolen their lives, and desecrated our sacred grounds," it exclaimed in a loud yet mournful tone. "For your crimes you shall pay dearly." The hunters remained frozen in a place, unable to fathom what was happening. The lion roared, and the jungle echoed with the sounds of 1,000 animals. Birds called, wolves howled, and the ground appeared to pulse with the hearts of uncountable creatures. The next chapter, titled "The Downfall," begins. The men attempted to run, but the forest refused to let them go. Vines reached out to them, branches obstructed their progress, and the air itself seemed to work against them. They pushed and they dropped one by one to the ground, imprisoned by the forest wrath. The lion approached Abdul, who was lying on the ground, trembling. "You who led this man shall be the first to fall," he said. The lion struck quietly, and Abdul's screams resonated through the forest before being drowned out by stillness. Bakari was next. The tracker who had guided them to the lions now found himself lost and alone. He tried to use his skills to get out, but the forest had turned against him. He stumbled into a pit and died in the embrace of the forest he had previously known so well. Chike the strong man struggled valiantly against the forest's grasp, but his strength was insufficient to withstand the mystical powers at work. He was pulled into the shadows by unseen hands, and his call for aid were unheard. Dumi the craftsman was caught in the trap of his own creation. As he struggled, the trees seemed to mock him, and his life was cut short in the very area where he had killed so many. Finally, the lion cornered Ekene, the negotiator. "You have profited from our suffering," the lion roared. "Now you shall pay the ultimate price." With a final roar, the lion killed Ekene, and the jungle fell silent once more. The next chapter, titled "The Aftermath." The bodies of the 5 poachers were never discovered. The people noted their absence, but murmured quietly, thinking that speaking about the men would bring the same fate upon themselves. The traders who had previously come for lion teeth and skin stopped coming, feeling that the jungle was no longer a place for human greed. The story of the 5 poachers eventually became a cautionary tale, taught to children to teach them the importance of respecting nature and the creatures that lives in it. The forest reverted to its natural state, and the lions could wander freely once more. The final chapter, titled "The Epilogue." Years later, an old man sat on the forest edge, telling a gathering of wide-eyed children the story of the 5 poachers. His name was Olumide, and he had previously been a friend of the hunters, but he had refused to participate in their hunts, believing in the sacredness of the forest and its inhabitants. The forest is a living thing, he stated softly but firmly. It remembers and will always protect itself. Greed and contempt will only result in ruin. Remember this and live in harmony with your surroundings. The children nodded solemnly, the weight of the story sinking into their hearts. They promised themselves that they will never forget the 5 poachers lesson, and as they grew older, they passed the story down to their own children, ensuring that Abdul, Bakari, Chike, Dumi, and Ekene's memory would live on, not as heroes, but as a reminder of the consequences of greed and disrespect. As a result, the forest remained a source of mystery and amazement, demonstrating nature's balance and the enduring power of respect and harmony. Don't forget to please like the video and share with your friends, relations, and family. Subscribe to this channel for more folktales and turn on the bell, the notification bell, so you always be notified whenever a lovely folktale like this comes up again on the channel. Please remain blessed. Thank you.